Hey everybody, it's Partyelite, wishing you all a very, very happy new year. I hope your 2025s have been as great as you'd hoped, and I hope your 2026 is looking even better. I want to take a moment to talk about the past year and my hopes for the year ahead. 2025 was a much quieter one for the channel, and in many ways, I'll be honest, I'm disappointed in myself since I had so many plans and many of them remain unaccomplished, ultimately leaving me feeling like I've disappointed you who have been so supportive throughout the years. Without wanting to be a downer about it, and with eyes mainly on my plans for the year ahead, I still feel like an explanation is in order. I'll try and keep it short, but again, I don't want this explanation to take away from the moment of celebration that is another trip around the sun. So first, and again, Happy New Year to all of you. Early in the year, 2025 that is, things were off to a great start, and I knew that after I released those first initial videos that I love to do every year, I was going to get back to hanging out in the Discord, maybe doing the occasional live stream and other such seemingly simple things that, even now, 12 months later, never came to pass. But why? Apart from the videos that I did release early in the year, I had so many scripts in progress. Many of them are still frozen in time, half written because real-life events came in out of nowhere and sapped my motivation for months. You can read about it in my latest YouTube community post, all the way from February if you'd like, but to summarize, I was very demotivated for the greater part of the year, and I just barely mustered together the will to put out a few videos for Endless Legend 2 before getting drowned in responsibilities and disappearing again. During this time, I did work on some massive projects. I had a huge EU5 video that never saw the light of day, where I went through all their dev diaries, and at first I wrote a 90-minute long script before realizing I'd maybe overdone it and then pivoting to making 2 shorter videos instead. That took my attention for months on end while the channel just sat dormant, and I ended up never releasing them since editing was taking so long, and I eventually got early access to the actual game. And I don't like pretending to speculate about things. I don't like pretending to not have access to something I have access to that feels like I'm lying to you, and that fakeness never sits right with me. So instead, I shoved those scripts into the bin, representing countless hours of lost time and energy. But it's not like I was focused solely on this one thing, of course. I have a half-written script for Broken Arrow from ahead of its release, but it released in such a disappointing state that I never bothered to finish that or release it either. I was similarly disappointed by a few other releases that I was very much looking forward to, like Civilization 7. I never really had the time or motivation to check out many of them as a result, and overall, though I did play a lot of smaller games throughout the year, I wasn't really chasing releases like I usually do. Though that's going to change next year, as I do have my eye on quite a few exciting games, and I do have half-written scripts diving into Espiocracy and Gilded Destiny too, so you can definitely expect those in 2026, just like you could have expected them back in 2024 and then in 2025 as well. Now, I did manage to put out a few videos about Age of Wonders, Inkshade, Menace, and Whiskerwood before EU5 released, and unfortunately, I just wasn't able to keep up with EU5 after it dropped, especially when there's folks out there dropping like 10 videos a day. I'll be back at it soon enough, but at least 1 or 2 of my scripts had to be tossed because I was also being outpaced by the updates, so I'll give it a minute or 2 to settle first, I think. Unfortunately, all the time spent preparing these unfinished scripts and videos resulted in me not having the time to jump onto other opportunities. I wanted to start a new Workers and Resources campaign, which I think I'll do in the new year if people are still interested. I wanted to play Jurassic World Evolution 3, that looks really cool, and I wanted to dive into Anno 2, but unfortunately I was preoccupied and distracted by all of these scripts and videos that never got finished. There's more that I missed out on or was disappointed in, despite initial excitement, and even though I was buying and playing many great games on the side to draft scripts and make videos, a lot of that remains unfinished, culminating instead to the few videos you've seen over the last couple of weeks. My hope is, for 2026, to be a slow but steady return to form. I have some plans, not just for videos on the channel, but also hopefully to bring the Discord back to its old days and just be more present in general. I'll be honest, it always feels a little embarrassing going in there while I'm sitting on unfinished scripts and when I haven't released a video in, 4, 5, 6 months sometimes, but I just need to get over it, rip the band-aid, and accept that my life today is different from what it was a few years ago. The Discord is currently kept alive by a handful of dedicated folks, 3 moderators that I'm forever grateful for, and a lot of multiplayer gaming, so if you're looking for people to play some great games or hang out with, head on into the Discord. I'll be there soon myself, hopefully. Either way, I have plans, big and small, and many games this year that I'm very much looking forward to, and many old games that I want to return to as well. I hope to find a better balance in things and not bite off too much at a time, as that always ends up with me disappearing for several months at a time and reneging on my promises to return, again especially to the Discord. Trying to learn my lessons from 2024 and 2025 and make for a better 2026. That's kind of the gist of this video, I guess. I'll still be a little MIA for the next couple of weeks as I prepare my most anticipated games videos for the year, and they take a lot of time spent researching and writing, but I'm hoping to pull off this year what I was planning on pulling off last year. I do want to apologize for the slow couple years on the channel, with 2025 being the worst of them, but here's to hoping 2026 is the reversal that I've been trying to build towards for some time now. Thank you, as always, for all your patience and support. It really means the world to me, and it absolutely keeps me going, especially when I see y'all in the comments or otherwise sticking around to see what's going on the channel. That is truly what keeps me alive and running smoothly, as I like to say. I hope you've all had a wonderful end to 2025, and I wish you, once again, a most wonderful and happy new year. Until next time, cheers.